Hi guys, welcome to Mindset Mastery Module 11, and this module is one that I'm deeply passionate about. So I want you to strap in and prepare yourself because I'm bringing the passion. And what we're speaking about is we're speaking about the concept of digital addiction. Did you actually know that there's a brand new terminology that is called Digiphrenia? Now, Digiphrenia is the overconsumption of digital devices. It can be also described as the addiction to our digital devices. Now, if you look within your house and if you look within the broader community, you will see pretty much everyone at any point in time is normally connected to some form of device, whether it be a smartphone, an iPad, or a laptop, a computer screen, or even just like a tablet. Devices have infiltrated our life over the last 10 to 20 years, and the technology has got better, and it's obviously come in and it's changed the world forever. There's no going back. But what it has done is it's changed the way that people interact with each other. Now, it used to be commonplace to smile and look people in the eye and nod and a wink or a wave, whereas most of the time people are looking down on their devices. And you will find this in many public places, whether it be on public transport or even in the elevator. Who's ever been in an elevator situation where no one speaks and you can feel the awkwardness? You know, as human beings, we are meant to collaborate. We're a cooperative species. The reason that we are human beings and we have advanced evolution in the world so far is the fact that we communicate. And one of the things that digital devices has created in merely 20 years is a disconnect between the communication of our species. So what we have to do is we have to become aware of that and look inward into how it's affecting our personal relationships. It doesn't really matter about the stranger in the street, although I'm definitely someone who thrives on that. I love walking past people and giving them a wave or acknowledging them just to make them feel special and make them feel seen. I think that's a powerful thing that we can do as humans for one another. But mostly it's for our personal relationships in the partnership with your partner, your spouse, your kids, your parents. We spend so much time on our devices. Are we really having the meaningful conversations that we could and saying the things that we should? So if you don't believe me that society is digitally addicted, here are a few stats. So over 50% of people text and drive, and this is despite the new laws and really massive fines for doing this. Over 90% of people check their phone before getting out of bed. So most people sleep with the phone next to their bed, and that's their alarm for the morning. They wake up, first thing they do is check their phone. And here's what I find really interesting. Devices and technology has been introduced to help us create more efficiency. It's meant to make life more seamless. We're able to get things done faster. Yet, so many of the conversations that I have and that we have is that, oh, I'm so busy this week, or I never have enough time in the day, or I can't get all my tasks done. Why is this? Well, it's because through devices, we have become distracted. We spend so much time scrolling our social media platform feeds, spend so much time reading emails, or just on general forms of entertainment or media that wouldn't have otherwise been able to be done. Formerly, it would have been in the form of magazines or newspaper articles, but now we have as much knowledge as we want when we want it. And this is a great thing to help us learn and improve and achieve our goals, but we have to learn how to curate this and actually control it so we're not over consuming all this endless information unnecessarily. And for me, probably my biggest dislike of the digital revolution has been the availability for people to go online and compare themselves to other people. Now, this is the biggest source of self-judgment in modern society. And we see this through different social media platforms where we see people with the idealistic life. And so many of the people I work with in my career spend their time scrolling these feeds and consuming imagery that plants a seed in their mind that they're different. Now, because they see perceived success, I want to be really clear on that, perceived success, because success on a picture on a social media platform, that's not success. Success is what you make it, right? So when they see a picture of perceived success and then they go into a state of comparison and go, oh, I'm not that, so I must not be good. So this is how unworthiness, how the feeling of I'm not good enough, or I'm unlovable, or I can't achieve great things, or I could never do this, it plants all these really negative, cancerous seeds, especially to our growth and our development and to our higher dreams. Now, why does this happen? Well, it happens because of our limbic brain. Now, our limbic brain, as we've learned, is the monkey brain. It's the one that's seeking validation and external stimulus. So our limbic brain is the problem. Now, this is where our memories are stored. It's also where we feel emotion and process those things that are happening to us, right? So one of the things about the limbic brain is it's constantly seeking validation and looking for stimulus and variety. So a like or a comment releases dopamine into our body, and it makes social media like a drug, right? So it's as addictive as taking, a form of drug or alcohol, correct? That's what it does. It actually releases a chemical into our body that makes us feel a certain way. Now, it's not a massive dose, it's a micro dose, but it's just enough to keep you coming back for more and for more and for more. And this is why people are so reliant on their social media devices, and why they've actually been clinically proven to feel anxiety when they've been detached from their phone. This is an issue that we can't be without the phone without that causing some form of stress or anxiety. So right, the solution is we must learn how to limit our usage and control our attention towards our goals. So if I didn't convince you with the stats, well, I hope I've convinced you with the addiction-like relationship that people have with technology and with devices. So that's the state of play right now. Now, looking forward, most likely this is not going to change. It's probably only just going to get worse, unless we go into a technological meltdown and there's a reset or a correction, which I don't really see happening, right? So what we have to do as humans that become aware of this is we have to learn how we can manage ourselves so that these types of things don't derail us from the progress we want to make in our life personally. Because ultimately, the lives that we see on social media of other people aren't really important to us. We can live vicariously through them, but for me, my heart is to see people live authentically, to reveal the inner traits and the gifts and the talents, the special things about them, and thrive and find fulfillment, extracting them out, pursue your goals, build your life, chase your dreams. Don't live in the world of something else that's not even real, right? Because it's just not there, it's not real. Your life is real, your goals and your aspirations and your dreams are real. So we've got to get back and focus on these, and I hope that you've got some of these dreams and these goals laid out for you. In Module 8, we spoke about this, about understanding our values and then how we can actually push that into creating an amazing life. This is a massive, massive threat, and it's not going anywhere. So what's the solution? Well, we must learn how to limit the usage on social media and our digital devices. And then we've got to turn our attention towards our goals. Now, we do this through creating a few high performance habits, which I'm going to reveal to you in the later modules. But one of these specifically is scheduling. So when we chunk out our day and we block out certain periods of time, you can block in your digital time, but don't go over it. There's also apps that are available to us that track our usage on social media or our digital devices. The whole point being is to create more awareness of your usage. Social media and digital platforms, they have their place. We're not going to actually get rid of it altogether. It's the overconsumption, as we've looked at. So it's about having the right amount of consumption for you and not letting that get out of control. So here's my advice. If you're someone who is stuck in the trap of comparing yourself, if you're judging yourself on these different social media platforms, I would just completely get rid of them altogether. Because if you cut the source, then you cut the source of the self-judgment. If you're someone who is distracted and you're living in procrastination, but you want to actually get some more things done, whether it be in your career, in your relationship, maybe you want to make more money, maybe you just want to achieve your goals with your health, then I would suggest to create a strategy on the devices that you're going to use to help you achieve your goals, the things that can aid you, and then look at the things where you're spending your time procrastinating and start to eliminate them from your life. And my final piece of advice, being someone that has actually gone through this process of awareness and has gone through the process of like literally weaning myself off social media, because just like everyone else, I was and have been addicted to social media and different forms of devices. My advice there would be to do it for you. You know, what you don't realize is that if you're in this state and you're just kind of marching along, just like everyone else, following to the beat of this drum of technology and the overconsumption of social media, it's like what you're missing out on in your own life. You're missing out on the peace, on the joy, on just the stillness. It's the ability to be really present in the moment and fully disconnect, where, you know what, it does not matter what is going on social media right now or in the world. I can be here in this moment. I can be there with my loved ones. I can be there on the top of that mountain. I can be there enjoying that beautiful sunrise. I don't have to get my phone out and take a photo of it. I can just be present. That is a great way to do life. I'm not saying you have to give it up completely. I'm saying you can limit it so you can actually really start to uncover different aspects of life that are going to be of great significance and value to you. Not only that, is that becoming more present is going to open you up to connect with other people. And the biggest thing as human beings is we're all seeking authentic connection with other people. And there are so many people right now in this world that feel disconnected. They feel lonely, they feel isolated, and they need a friend, they need a helping hand. They need a compliment. They need to be said hello to and acknowledged and seen and made to feel special, because they are. You can be part of the change of that. You can be part of creating that world around yourself, not living in a world that is going the other way and living in that disconnected way. Okay, so that's my advice. Please take it on board, take it to heart, feel it, embrace it, start to live it. And I will see you in Module 12.